Here we have a 2020 Ford F-150. This one comes in the XLT trim level with an FX4 off-road package. And this one is a Southern Comfort upfitted truck, so we get tons of aftermarket upgrades. This one comes in Oxford white on black leather interior, and our powertrain consists of a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine made into a 10-speed automatic transmission. And this is going to be Southern Comfort's Black Widow edition. So coming around to the front end here, we get LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED fog lights. They don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking it up. But just an absolutely sick exterior here. We have the fender flares added, 22-inch wheels added. I believe these are, 35s for the tires. 6-inch lift kit. There's tons of added options. But over here we have one-touch automatic up and down windows for the front, and then regular power windows for the back. Power door lock controls here, rear window lock, and then power mirror controls are there. Tons of space in the door panel and the bottle holders here. And then we do have the lights, the side mirror lights, which is one of my favorite features of the F-150s when it's on there, because then you have these nice bright lights if it's dark outside or you want to illuminate something. You can just hit that button, you have that additional light. And then headlamp controls here, fog light, adjustable pedals, big plus, especially in a truck like this. And then you have an electronic parking brake. Just pull it up to engage and then hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then here's our power driver seat with power lumbar support. Love this leather interior here. This is also added, so this one didn't come with leather. Southern Comfort added this in here. Feels really nice. And then we get the Black Widow stitch in the headrest as well. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rear leg room. So pretty good space in here. Of course, it's a full-size truck, and my knees are not even close to the back of the seat there. Seat back pockets on both sides. And then we do have rear AC vents along with 2 USB-A inputs, then a 110 3-prong household plug-in there. I just love this interior. We do get the twin panel moonroof, and this is an added option on this XLT that actually came from the factory like that. Then we have a power rear window as well. I'll show you all that later. Hooks are here. I do like that we have the premium dome or map lights in the back. We can probably hang 3 or 4 hooks here. It's nice and wide coming out. Then grab handles there. Let's go ahead and make our way to the back. Fuel filler here. This one is flex fuel, so we'll take E85 if you ever want to use that. And coming around to the back end here, of course, premium tail lights as well. Lovely look. Then we do have the spray-in bed liner on this one, and we have the LED bed lights as well that come from the factory. And this one also has a roll-up tonneau cover. But absolutely stunning look on this truck. There's a spare underneath there. But the fender flares really make a huge difference, and that exhaust sounds super good. I think it's a Gibson. So nice rumble there. And then coming around to the front passenger side, we get that power adjustable seat as well. And then lockable glove compartment here. I like that we have 2 storage areas, and let's take a quick look at these. So we have a window sticker here, and we also have an upfit addendum here. So all the standard features, you all can pause anywhere in the video or anywhere that you see something you want to take a closer look at. So it's stickered right at $57,540. And then the Southern Comfort Edition, all of that brings the original sticker price to $81,592. So definitely was not cheap. The good thing is these look so good, they still look like a brand new truck, even though this is 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old, I guess, depending on when it was built. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood, and we'll just take a quick look at the engine bay before we hop in the driver's seat. But I also just love that two-tone paint there. How we have the black roof and black sides there. It really makes this truck stand out even more. If I can get in here. And there's that 5-liter naturally aspirated V8. But now, let's check out the inside. So I like the leather wrap steering wheel here. No heat, but still feels pretty nice. And over to the radio, this one did get the addition of a navigation system. So that was an added option on this one in particular. And then we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And you can go in here and fool with your settings. Then you also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. If you want to use the nav, just hit the search and then pull up points of interest. You can save favorites, your homework, all of that. And we do have a storage area up here. We do have another 110 volt and a 12 volt over here. Volume knob. Then you can power the system down. Tune knob here. And presets here. And I like that you can hit this media button and go through whatever you have hooked up. And 4-wheel drive controls here. And then you can actually pull this, and that's how you lock your rear differential. And of course, to put in a 4-wheel high, just turn it. And then if you want to put in a 4-wheel low, turn it again. But you got to shift it into neutral, and then it'll do that. And then we do have the Pro trailer package, so we do get the trailer backup assistance there. Always nice to have. Now for the AC controls, we just have normal climate controls, control fan speed here, temperature here. Then we have 3-stage heated seats as well for the driver and front passenger, and then we can control our defrost and then air direction here. Then we can power the whole system down touching that button. Little storage here. We can close that up. And then 2 USB-A inputs there. And then for the shifter, pull this lever here, reverse, neutral drive. Then we have a manual mode. We can manually shift here. And then we can toggle our drive modes hitting this button here. So we have Eco, Sport, Normal, Tow Haul. Then we have a Snow mode. And then cup holders are here. Center console cubby space is pretty massive with a removable tray there, and then a 12 volt down in there. And then we do get that nice panoramic roof I showed you earlier. We'll go ahead and show you that one-touch slide. And then we do the same thing, closing it back. We can tilt it as well. And there's our power rear window. So I love that everything in here is power. And then I'm going to close that up. Sunglass holder here. That's where the rear sliding glass is to adjust that. And then again, we have the nice premium dome lights there. It gets dark in here though when I close that, so I'm opening it back up. All the tint. But to the left side of the steering wheel, cruise controls are here. We can use these 4 arrows and this OK button to go through that digital part of the gauge cluster in the middle. There is quite a bit going on there. You can adjust. And then to the right side, we have a mute button here, voice recognition, Bluetooth controls, and then volume. And then we can go through our track list or radio station presets here. Windshield wiper controls, high beams. And I like that we can just hit this one time and hit it again for the high beams to turn them on and off. And then we can flash them as well by pulling up on that. I don't see that a lot. And then we have a key fob with remote start. So it's a turnkey ignition. But now onto the fun part. Let's go ahead and take this 2020 F-150 Black Widow out on the road for a quick test drive. So of course, like in every Ford GM vehicle that has a 10-speed automatic, the shifts from this transmission are absolutely great. Now I do have the truck in eco mode now, and I can still put my foot into it and get enough acceleration for pretty much any situation. But I do feel it dialed back, specifically with having this lift and these bigger wheels. It's just struggling a little bit, so I'm gonna put it into sport mode now, and I'm gonna manually shift getting on the interstate. Putting it back into the regular drive mode now. Of course, this truck is pretty loud. Road noise is certainly prevalent. And then we're gonna put our foot down now. But absolutely a joy to drive. And wind noise is definitely not that bad, but I really couldn't tell because all I hear is the tires. But if you're in the market for this, you probably don't care. Honestly, me driving it right now, you can probably barely hear me, but having quite a bit of fun here. Cruise control's on now. And we're only getting around 16 miles per gallon, it looks like. Maybe 15. But still, with that big of a lift, the bigger tires, the bigger wheels, not terrible. And actually pretty good for what kind of truck this is. You have a naturally aspirated V8. Like I said, the lift, the wheels, and the tires, and you're still getting 15, 16 on the highway, as opposed to the EPA's 21. And I was going a little bit over the speed limit. That's not bad at all. And ride quality is actually not bad for what this truck is. Now, one thing I'll say about this truck, what makes it so awesome is there's really nothing, even the newer F-150s, it just does not get the same head turns that this one gets. This one is all customized out. A 6-inch lift on a truck, it's pretty huge compared to everything else out on the road. And this one with the Oxford white and the black top, it just looks really, really nice. And another thing Southern Comfort did a great job on was this exhaust. This exhaust really goes with this lift. It just has a very aggressive stance to it, the truck overall. And you see a lot of trucks that are lifted that have stock exhaust, or a lot of trucks that don't have a lift and they have a really loud exhaust. And I like that this exhaust goes with the truck lift, the overall design, the wheels, everything. This is just the perfect way to build a truck, and that's why Southern Comfort has been in the business so long. And of course you have a warranty that's backed up this truck. I'm not sure, Southern Comfort offers its own warranty for all of its upfits. Now I'm not sure how long this one has left or if it's expired, with it being 2023 and this is a 2020, but mileage definitely shouldn't be an issue because this one only has a little over 20,000. And I think they either offer a 36,000 or 48,000 mile warranty. Even if it's 24,000, it's still under in terms of mileage. Just not sure about the time length. But like I said, just a super aggressive truck overall. And the interior that they did is really nice as well. Love the tint. It gets a little dark in here, but it really makes this truck pop. Just one of the coolest looking things on the road. And in terms of the steering, with lift kits, usually it's a little harder to control your truck. Really good job with this one here. I do feel just a tad of sway going on here, and that's with any lift kit. It's not going to feel as secure in terms of keeping a straight line than a truck that's 6 inches lower with no mods and, you know, regular tires. So this does a really good job. It's still easy to control, but I do know I'm driving a lifted truck. But of course I'm not getting like I'm not having to fight it. I just have to keep my hands on the wheel. And everything from the gauge cluster to, I mean, I can't think of anything that hasn't been customized in this truck. Just the leather feels good. The heated seat came with the truck, but having the leather just makes it that much better. And it's just, it has a presence to it. So definitely, if you're in the market for one of these, you can't go wrong with this 2020 Ford F-150 Southern Comfort Black Widow.